Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. I was ready to go. I was poised here. The countdown was on. It started with the opening. It started doing its Trump and its authority and all that other stuff. And suddenly I heard a yell in the house. I was like, wait, what's going... Something... Because producer Jojo is in the kitchen and I heard a yell and I thought, oh my God, she's fallen into the oven because she was checking the turkey and she's very tiny and she fell directly into the oven. I better go save her. And then by the time I got back here, all I could do was just hit the 15-second opener. So I didn't even let that finish. So if you want someone to blame for the delay here, producer Jojo, we've got a turkey in the oven. I'm cooking a turkey. Speaking of turkeys, Trump interview coming up. This is going to be exciting. Let's start it. We'll start it in a second here. Oh, stop. Stop.
Carrie Lake for governor of Arizona.
Thank you, Brian.
Carrie Lake, the next governor of Arizona. She's got Trump's endorsement. This is the RSBN interview that just aired a couple of hours ago. Well, about an hour ago. And I was listening to it off and on as I was getting the turkey ready. We'll see if anything works. And what is happening?
Where's your salad?
Okay. Just, what are you doing? You're putting noodles in my salad? Thank you. Kind of sounds like she's flirting with me. Get your noodles out of here. Nothing but professionalism. Here's the big thing. First off, welcome, everyone. A very special welcome to Deidre and JoJo's here. Marcy's here. Rexol, good to see you. We usually broadcast in the morning lately. This is my first evening broadcast in quite a while. For those of you who don't know, I broke my foot. I don't want to use the word hero, but I stepped on a tennis ball. Sean is here. Ms. Mavira is here. Good to see everybody here. Tracy's here. Earl is here. Lots of old faces, lots of friendly faces. Most importantly, my good friend and colleague, Lindsay Gardner is here. Cindy is here. Lindsay, my good friend and colleague, he's currently suffering from the COVID. And he's chatting in the chat room. There he is right there. You can see him over in the blue area. He's chatting. He can't talk to anybody right now. This is all he can do. He has the sorest sore throat. You should just call it the sorest throat that he's ever had. So he tested positive with a rapid test on Monday. Today is Thursday. Lindsay, please tell us what's going on with you when you get a chance. Just type, if you want to call in. Don't waste your time with chat. Just call in, Lindsay. We want to hear your voice. If you got a webcam available, let's do it. And Lindsay, he's right. The sorest throat I've ever had. He's looked into, and if correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, Lindsay. He's looked into monoclonal antibodies. As I've been telling you folks, they don't work on the Omicron. We don't know whether he's got Omicron or he's got Delta. Lindsay's fairly careful, but he somehow picked it up. So you would think probably Omicron, but we don't know. We're just in the dark here because we don't do enough sequencing. So he picked it up somewhere in Los Angeles or Orange County. In Orange County, it's illegal to wear a mask. And now when you greet people in Orange County, you don't shake hands. It's just a French kiss. So it's possible he picked it up there. No way to know. No way to know. Oh, and he's triple vaccinated, and that means boosted. So he's been given pain medication. Just took my first dose of them. So in about 15 minutes here, he's going to get really interesting. So that'll be fun to watch. One moment. I'm back. Good day. Big day. I don't know why. I'm just saying that. Big news day. Big news. Oh boy, what happened in the news today? We're going to watch this Trump interview. I already broadcast for over an hour this morning, and I'm cooking a turkey currently. The turkey's in the oven, so I can't broadcast for too long, but this is live, Liberty, yes. Did you just come back from the dentist? I'm waiting for Lindsay Gardner just to post in the chat room. Is this real life? Yeah, Lindsay has done everything right from the beginning. In fact, Lindsay, being a man of stout age, and I'm not sure what that means, he could get vaccinated in Colorado, where he lived right before he moved to Los Angeles. So he flew back there and got vaccinated before he could get vaccinated in California. That's how stringently he has been trying to combat the virus. Now he has it. I'm too cute, Deidre? It's the filter. That's what it is. Lindsay is 61. So he's not in the danger zone per se. He's triple vaccinated. And every time I read an article about the vaccines, he's going to be just fine. Except he's going to have a really sore throat. Here's the thing. People are like, get out there. Go live your life. Don't worry about the mask. Go to parties. Meet people. Spoon with them. It doesn't matter. If you catch it, it's just going to be a mild cold. Point of record, I don't want a mild cold. I don't like it. I don't like the mild flu. I don't like mild anything. Except guacamole. That's the one exception to the rule. Okay, should we get into it? Any news, by the way, before we get right into it, usually we cover this thing with Covfefe. If you didn't join us this morning for Covfefe, what I want you to do is let me know if you've got any New Year's resolutions out there. If you're, hold on, interrupting this with an update. Folks, you do not want this. This is Lindsay. I'll do Lindsay's voice. Folks, you do not want this. Lindsay's a little guy. He's about yay tall. This is what he says. Folks, you do not want this. This is the first time I've been sick at all in 3 years, and it's as bad as a bad flu. And the judges agree. Lindsay doesn't get sick. Even when his, at the time, fiance was got the Delta, right at the beginning of Delta, she was also vaccinated, not triple vaccinated because that wasn't a thing yet. She got it, and he didn't. Even being the caretaker there. So he's built like an ox. The good part is he's got a really sore throat, so you're going to lose a few pounds here, Lindsay. You are going to be looking sexy. COVID makes sexy. That should be the poster. Liberty says this vax and having Omicron is not mild, is horrible. Yeah, triple vax. At Random says still, correcting herself. Let's go back and see if we can get at Random in... Okay. Jojo, I still can't see your chats. Everyone else can see the chats. I don't know why. I'm not sure why at Random blocked Jojo at some point. That's a YouTube issue. I can't sort that out. If you're watching on YouTube, just chat in the YouTube as you normally would. It'll show up in the blue over here. I'm actually seeing those at exactly the same time as I'm seeing them in the YouTube chat room. So we're on super high, low latency. On Twitter, go ahead and chat on Twitter. Anywhere you are, chat in that. You can't chat. You can't tap the blue area over there. That blue area. You can't even see my fingers. I'm being decimated by this filter. You can't chat by tapping that. You have to chat in the regular chat window that you have on whatever app you're working on, be that Twitch or otherwise. And we'll go from there. Sean says, latest news. I'm probably going to sound like an annoying fan. I saw your Grimm episode, Kevin. It was awesome. Thank you. They killed me in it. So I couldn't be on Grimm again. I kept waiting for them to call me up and say, yeah, hey, so the casting director called, and they want the ogre to have a twin. So you've come back for vengeance. Didn't happen. The series got canceled eventually. But Grimm was a good series. A lot of people enjoyed Grimm. I'm glad you enjoyed that. At Random says, I can't see them on the blue. I can see them on blue, just not on YouTube. I haven't blocked her. I checked. Jojo has like a really soft voice, so it's possible when she's chatting, you're just not hearing her all the way up in Seattle. Plus, you've got a blanket of white outside, and that muffles the sound. If you've ever walked in snow, you know what I'm talking about. Muffles everything. Speaking of which, I've been watching the Dexter, the New Blood, and I'm a little concerned. I almost want to do like a talking Dexter after it airs on Sunday. For those of you watching, I'm not spoiling anything here. I am concerned because it's called Dexter New Blood. I'm concerned they're going to kill Dexter off, and he's going to be replaced. And if you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. I'm worried the season finale is airing on Sunday. I'm worried there's going to be no more Dexter. He's going to be Gonster, and I don't want that. But I have heard that the writers, the directors, and everybody, they're all saying it's the best thing they've ever done. This final episode, the penultimate episode, finally got exciting. Really exciting this last week. So if you haven't been watching the Showtime, there's a whole bunch of specials for it. You can get, for example, on if you've never had it on Amazon before, you're an Amazon subscriber, you can get it a week for free or a month for free, or download the app and get it for free. So I'm probably going to do a post-Dexter recap show on Sunday. That's a possibility. It all depends. I'm up for a voiceover in Seattle, and I might have to leave for that. But anyway, that's 7 different things going on as well. Libby has a horrendous headache with the COVID. Yeah. So far, correct me if I'm wrong here, Lindsay, you're just feeling down. You don't have the body aches, but you do have the sore throat. You can still smell and taste. Yes? Just let us know what's going on with that. Deidre says, well, they did a bronchoscope and she has an infection. Oh, this is Deidre's... Somebody Deidre knows. Hold on. Dishing Dexter. I like that. Cutting Dexter. Something like that. Taking a stab at Dexter. Too long, but I like it. Let me see. Deidre was saying someone has it. The chat's happening so much right now that I can't go back on it. So, Deidre, whoever is suffering right now, I hope you're doing okay. I don't know if it's you or it's somebody else, but you seem to be referring to the third person. Lindsay, sore throat, cough. Keep smelling my fingers to confirm my smell and taste are still there. Judges really enjoyed that one, Lindsay. That's good. For those of you who don't know, Lindsay's father wrote comedy. He was one of the geniuses behind Get Smart. So yeah, a headache yesterday, but Excedrin migraine is a miracle drug. That's a little caffeine in there too. That's what makes it the migraine medicine. Lindsay smelling one's own fingers is a classic. I can picture Lindsay, yeah, on the bed. Her aunt. Okay, so Deidre's aunt has the COVID. Well, they did a bronchoscope and she has an infection, so they went in to get a biopsy to see what's going to help it. She has been so sick since she had COVID. So this is past COVID and still an infection. What we found now with Delta is Delta will linger in the body for a long time. Weeks, months. This is a little different than the long COVID of the original variant. Can't really call it a variant, but the Alpha, etc. Up until the Delta, the effects would linger in the body, but the actual virus wouldn't linger. The body, the immune system, would just keep fighting it, and you'd be having all these symptoms. I think always Ashley or Ashley Frankly, I think she's been sick now for 52 weeks. So hopefully, not to make it sound really bad, Lindsay, but get better quickly, please. And Deidre's aunt is immune compromised. Wow. Okay. On the bright side, my good friend Lori, who is a hockey player and a lefty playing hockey. She shoots this way instead of this way. She shoots on her left side, just like a lefty in golf. She not only awesome because she's a hockey player, awesome because she's fighting a cancer battle right now. She was diagnosed with breast cancer just before COVID, so she's been battling it now for 2 years. She hasn't been able to play hockey, of course. She's lost all her hair now. She's gone through multiple rounds, multiple surgeries. Right now, she's doing well, and she was supposed to this past Sunday. She was supposed to meet with 6 friends. You know, Christmas holidays, 6 friends. And she told me that, and I was honest with her. I said, that's a terrible idea. Everyone is getting the COVIDs right now. Do not do that. Usually I'll say, like, do you think it's a good idea? But I told her flat out, I said, you have no immune system right now. Do not do that. And as it turns out, so she said, as soon as I typed it, she's like, oh, thank you for, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just so desperate for human company, etc. And there's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of us like that. Just hold off for now. Take it easy. Rapid tests or not, because remember, a rapid test has somewhere between 20 and a 33%. Sorry, it's about a 10% and a 33% failure rate, depending on how the experiment is done. Unfortunately, humans are not perfect, especially those who aren't lab technicians at giving themselves their own tests. So it's a failure rate. If you test positive, you have it. If it tests negative and you're symptomatic, give yourself another test. because you may in fact have it, and it may have been a false negative on the rapid test. That being said, 2 of the 6 people she was supposed to meet with came down with COVID before the event. She was not going to go anyway, but the event was canceled. And a lot of things are being canceled. The World Junior Hockey Championship, which I normally watch, that takes place over Christmas and New Year's. That's been canceled. Multiple events. The Atlanta, the Drop the Peach in Georgia, has been canceled. New York is still going forward with their New Year's Eve Drop the Ball celebration. I think that speaks for itself. So thoughts and prayers out there for both Lindsay, for Deidre's aunt, and of course for my friend Lori, if you're one of those who believes in thoughts and or prayers. Let's get right to the big event. We are going to watch now President Trump on RSBN. They don't, at least the part I was listening to. I'm making a turkey at the same time that JoJo's yelling at me. So I broke a bowl. I feel terrible, actually. I did. Here's the thing. The recipe said, go ahead and... I took the giblets out of the turkey. I don't want the giblets. Nobody wants the giblets. Nobody knows what the giblets really are. But there's 2 wonderful dogs here. And I thought, I'll pull up the dogs for you. I thought, hey, you know what? The dogs would love themselves some giblets. So I pulled the giblets out and I looked up, can you microwave giblets? Yeah, you can. And it said 30 minutes, half power. I thought, that's a lot. Sounds like a lot. If you're in a hurry, 15 minutes full power. And I was like, all right. So I took a decent microwavable bowl, said microwavable bowl, put the giblets in there, put a microwave cover on it so it wouldn't splat if it started, because they're little greasy things. And I started it up. And then at some point, JoJo yells, I smell burning. I'm like, well, take a look. I don't know if I said that, but in my head I said that. Yeah, it's completely destroyed the bowl. If anyone wants to see the bowl, what I'm saying, let me know if anybody wants to see the bowl, because it's bad. What I'm saying is do not cook giblets in the microwave for 15 minutes. Probably 2 minutes would have been more than enough, but the internet told me 15 minutes. I'll pull up the dogs, and you'll see why it's probably worth the bowl just to make these boys happy, because they are the best boys. Here they are. I'll pull them over. Give me a moment. Here we go. Right there. These guys right there. I mean, you cannot deny that they are the best boys. Here they are. Look at those kids, huh? Oh my God, they're so adorable. I'll give you one more shot. This is, if you happen, and this is why I feel I owe them a debt of gratitude, because, where is it? Suddenly hold on. The Gmail has changed on me here, so I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to pull up the other picture. This is when you got a broken leg and a good dog. This is what happens. Look at that guy right there, huh? He just curls up with me. He's just a love, and I love him, and I wanted to do something nice, and I destroyed JoJo's entire evening. Happy New Year, my ass, she screamed at me. So that happened. Let's go back to... There we go. By the way, Microsoft has a new screensaver for your backgrounds. It's not a screensaver so much as it is a background. But everybody just calls it a screensaver. This is the default. I like to put different pictures on there. But if you go to Microsoft, if you open up your Bing browser, which you still have on your computer for some reason that nobody uses, if you open that up, it'll pop right up. It'll say, would you like to download the new Microsoft screensaver? Beautiful images. So I recommend it. Do I recommend using Bing? No. Oh, okay. Thank you for visiting us from Wuhan, China. I don't want to mess up the pronunciation of your name. Really? Somebody keep an eye on that guy. Bugsy's the little one. Cooper's the big one. They're all beautiful. At Random says, giblets don't weigh that much to measure coming time per pound. No, I know. I thought it was too long, and I was right. Thank you very much. Judges? No, they don't. I'm not going to get any kudos for that whatsoever. I guess I kind of screwed up. Okay, judges agree with that. Thanks, guys. Okay, so this is I don't know his name, but it's RSBN. This is an interview with President Trump. Time frame unknown. But this is their end of the year extravaganza. And let me see if I can move the camera just a little bit here. Nope, that's the wrong way. This way? See if we can put me somewhere in the center there. Okay, we're good. I like this background, by the way. Does anybody want shark? Somebody said they wanted shark earlier. We'll switch to shark quickly if you want to. But I mean, come on, dude. The guy from Wuhan, China. Yeah, because they watch me from Wuhan, China on YouTube. Because YouTube's a big thing in China.
And finally, to our very special guest tonight, to be completely transparent with you, I've had a difficulty writing this intro.
He's had a difficulty writing the intro because English is a new thing for him. But he had one difficulty. One difficulty.
As I can never find the exact words to show our appreciation and honor for this man.
Sycophant?
From the day he rode down the escalator in New York City.
The what? What did he write down?
Writing this intro, as I can never find the exact words to show our appreciation and honor for this man.
Brown noser. That's 2 words. Yeah, I'll go with sycophant.
From the day he rode down the escalator in New York City. And
well, I saw that TV celebrity, Donald R.J. Trump, riding down the escalator. Then he told us how all the Mexicans were going to come across the border and rape everyone. Some of them he assumes are good people, but they are not.
Announcing his...
What? What happened? Oh, this is them. This is a technical glitch on their part. I haven't touched anything. Yeah, they're going back. That's the They're going to start the whole thing again. Oh, they can't find it.
Thank you, Brian.
Somebody pressed the wrong button.
And finally, to our very special guest tonight, to be completely
listen for
transparent
escalator.
with you, I've had a difficulty writing this intro, as I can never find the exact words to show our appreciation
Is it escalator?
and honor for this man. From the day he rode down the escalator in New York City announcing his run for presidency, we knew at that time Donald J. Trump was the person to lead this great nation. If it was...
But by the way, he's reading this. He wrote this. He's reading this, and he can... This is clearly taped. We know it's taped because we just saw them rewind the tape. This is 100% not live, and no one bothered to correct escalator.
Wasn't for President Trump, this network would not even exist. That's as simple as that. We built RSBN around President Trump. His love of country and his commitment to serve others is like no other.
Okay, because how much time did he do in the military? He was in the military for 58 years, right? Serving the country because he loved it so much? Oh, like no other, and that he says he loves the country, but what he did, I get it. Okay, yeah. Oh, the word you were looking for? Hypocritical.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 45th President of the United States, Donald...
Who just cleared their throat? Is he on the phone clearing his throat? I think they wanted him to hear this. That's why they couldn't do it again, because Trump is waiting on the phone. That was Trump clearing his throat in the background there. Does clearing of the throat, does that hurt you, Lindsay, when you hear someone clear the throat?
Trump. His love of country and his commitment to serve others is like no other. Ladies and gentlemen, the 45th President of the United States...
That's Trump clearing his throat. I recognize it.
Donald J. Trump, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much, Brian. That was really a beautiful introduction. I'm very honored by it. Thank you.
Thank you. We're blessed to have you on the show today. So much to talk about. Of course, 2021 was an historic year in our country. So many things hitting the news
Every year is historic.
cycle, from COVID to immigration to foreign policy. But I want to jump right quickly into these vaccine mandates that have been pushed down from the Biden administration.
Yeah.
And get your thoughts on what is the future of, medical freedom here in this country.
Well, I think we need to keep abortion legal, is what he's about to say. No, he's going to brag about, they said it only took him 9 months and he invented it himself, and people said it was going to take 5 to 12 to 9 years. And yeah, but that's medical freedom, if that's what we're going with here.
Well, the mandates are terrible. It's a disgrace what's happening. I think that's one of the primary reasons that our economy is doing so horribly.
Horribly? Our economy's kicking ass right now. GDPs. We are the only growth GDP nation in the G7. The only one. Wages are up by 9.6% this year. Unemployment is down. Tremendously down. To 4.2%. We're at 4.2% after COVID? That's insane. The jobless claims rate is the lowest in my lifetime. It hasn't been lower than this since before 1969. 69. Judges like that.
You can't get jobs. People having...
You can't get jobs in this economy? There are almost 11 million jobs. We keep setting records with the number of open jobs. Anybody who wants a job can have a job right now. Well, not every... Okay, let's just a fact check on myself here. Nobody can get a job. People can... Oh, my God. I got to go back on this.
Well, the mandates are terrible.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace what's happening. I think that's one of the primary reasons that our economy is doing so horribly. You can't get jobs. People having businesses, small businesses, they're going out of business because they can't get anybody.
They're going out of businesses. He's drunk.
To work. And I think the mandates are a big, big problem.
They're not paying enough. And that's why wages have risen 9.6% this year.
In this country, and it has a lot to do with how badly we're doing economically.
Well, the thing is, we're not doing badly economically. We have inflation because demand is way up. Americans are spending more than they ever have before. Christmas was the highest retail sales in 17 years. That was, and by the way, that wasn't pre-COVID. Sorry, that wasn't just COVID that it was higher. 17%, up 17%. And the highest in 7. Okay, anyway. People believe this. He says, oh, the economy's a disaster. It's not. You can't have a disastrous economy. Here's the thing. If the economy was disastrous, if people were doing so poorly, if the middle class was being hammered, if the lower class is always hammered, by the way. If everything was so terrible and people were looking at the country and think, oh, the economy is collapsing, you wouldn't have 4.4 million people quitting their jobs last month. Why? Because there's so many open jobs that they can go to. Not only are they quitting their jobs, they're not filing for unemployment, which tells you they're going right back into the labor force at some point or making different decisions. That's a fantastic economy. When people are so confident that they walk away from the job they have, and it's been $4 million a month for several months in a row.
So we even saw...
Hold on. I actually was looking at this earlier. Let me see if I can pull up what I was looking at here. Not there. Let me close that. Let me pull up the thing again. And where is it? Do I not have it anymore? Oh, Kevin, I'm gonna look at my history right here, and I'll pull that up for you guys. Recently closed. Not that one. This one. Here we go. Oh, look at this. I'll pull this up quickly. 2 tabs. I'm going to pull it over for you guys, and I'm going to show you this chart right here. This is the jobless claims number. I'll bring it up full. But for anybody out there who happens to be doubting me. Okay, here we go. So this is initial jobless benefits fall to the lowest since September of 1969. Folks, I got to admit here, I lied. I was born in August of 1969. That's a tie. So it is not the lowest in my lifetime. I was technically alive for the first month. It may have just started in 69, actually. So here, low. All these jobless claims. This is Trump, by the way. This is the COVID spike right here. And then dropped right back down. The median is 220K every month in this country. Biden's got it down to 184,000 jobless claims. That's a record, folks. That's a record. By the way, the stock market just hit other records. New records in the stock market to end the year. We've got record COVID numbers. See, it's a good and bad. But in terms of the economy is doing fantastically. Let me see if I was looking at the unemployment rate itself and see if I can pull it up. And right here, I sure can. Here's a nice chart. This is the unemployment rate under Biden. Came in with 6.7. It's been falling. Now it's at 4.2. Now this graph starts at 4. This is not a zero-based graph. This is off of Trading Economics. I did not write this graph. But if I went to the other side, if I do a 5-year, you'll see what it looks like. See, this is Trump right here. That's the COVID spike right there. Starts coming down again, and then Biden has been pushing it lower and lower and lower, almost to the point that Trump had it after 3 years in office. But why do we have that? Well, then Trump did a great job, right? Well, okay. But look at this. This is a 10-year span. This is a 25-year span. This is Obama. Obama comes in, and it ramps up. The Recovery Act is passed, and all of this goes down. Unemployment goes down. Trump's in office, way up. Biden's in office, goes down again. This is what happens time and time again. The economy's on a cycle. Anyway, so Trump is dead wrong, is what I'm trying to say. Let's bring him up again. All of it. The economy's doing fantastically, folks.
Dr. Fauci kind of...
By the way, the stimulus and anything the government is pumping money into, it's not causing the inflation. Why? Because we just had small stimulus to begin with. Now, we know this because the Recovery Act happened back in 2008, 2009. Almost $1 trillion was pumped into the economy by the Obama administration, and inflation did not go through the roof. Inflation is supply and demand. COVID is suppressing the supply. Demand is up because people are confident in the economy again, and you have inflation. That's as simple as inflation gets. It's not new money coming into the economy. Because I'm part of the economy, and I don't have so much new money that I'm just throwing it away. Ridiculous. Can it have an effect? Yes. Is it actually causing the inflation? No. You have low supply.
Doubling down, suggesting we should have some type of vaccine pass.
Marcy, congrats on your son. That's wonderful. I don't know what's wonderful. What happened with Marcy's son? Let me pull up the YouTube here. I'm trying to... this is more spilling covfefe than Trump interview, but we'll cover everything. My son is getting 2 job offers next week in environmental mitigation. Soul clap for your son, Marcy. Well done. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get him a bread maker. Because he's going to be a bread maker.
Passport to
Wait, I'm not going to get him a bread maker. Because he's going to be a bread...
even take domestic flights. I mean, how would that work out?
Wait.
We even saw Dr. Fauci kind of doubling down, suggesting we should have some type of vaccine passport to even take domestic flights. I mean, how would that work out? Even talk about...
First off, that's not doubling down. Not double down. Double down would have to be, he'd have to say it. It'd say vaccine passports for a flight. Doubling down would be you'd have to have a vaccine passport even to take a bus. That's more. That's doubling what he's saying. And by the next day, the right wing, he says, well, that's something that may happen in the future. We don't know because COVID makes the rules. And we have to react to it. That's how science works. So then the next day it was like, well, right now, we don't need a vaccine to travel on the planes. But it may happen in the future. But he hasn't doubled down. The interviewer is the guy on RSBN broadcasting. I don't know. And I know that's redundant, but I don't know. It's an internet channel. And they broadcast all his rallies. So they do a pretty good service for us, but it is very right wing. And when I make chat comments when they're live, they delete my chat comments. I've never say anything mean.
Disrupting the economy.
I put facts. I just spit facts, and they get suppressed.
I would imagine the airlines would see a pushback from that.
Well, the airlines, for example, United said everyone's got to be vaccinated if you work for us, and 99% compliance. Remember at the beginning of that? Oh, everyone's going to quit. They're not going to be able to find any employees. You know why they can't find employees right now? You know why they're canceling flights? COVIDs.
Well, every business would, and
Every business. He's either extremely lazy tonight, more so than usual, or he's drunk. Just listen to him.
How would that work out? Even talk.
It could also be a stroke.
About disrupting the economy.
The feed volume's low. Let's see if I can pump it up at all. I'll turn me down. So I'll turn me down, guys. I'll turn up the desktop audio, and we'll see what happens.
I would imagine the airlines would see a pushback from that.
That's as much as I can pump up the feed. So I hope that works better for you. Let me know. Either put it in the chat room, or Joanna, you can just... Yeah, actually, I've got my headphones on. I'm not going to hear you.
well, every business would, and
Every business would.
I just think that if you look at him, I worked with him for a period of time. He was...
Who are we talking about? What did I
We
miss?
should have some type of vaccine passport
Oh, Dr. Fauci. Okay.
to even take domestic flights. I mean, How would that work out? Even talk about disrupting the economy. I would imagine the airlines would see a.
So we're going to talk. He's going to refer to Dr. Fauci here when he says, "I worked with him," and he's probably going to say that Dr. Fauci said, "Don't stop travel from China." That was Dr. Fauci's idea. He may not. I don't know. But this is his favorite thing to say about Dr. Fauci. Is Dr. Fauci said, "Don't block travel," and I saved millions of lives by blocking the travel from China. Again, if you've got a New Year's resolution, throw it into the chat room. I'll try and spot it.
A pushback from that.
Well, every business would, and I just think that if you look at him, I worked with him for a period of time. He wasn't nearly a big factor like he is now under the Biden administration. I did what I wanted to do. As you know, I closed our country to China and to Europe, which was very important at the time, and a lot of lives were saved by what I did. And he wanted to keep it open. Then he realized
no, completely bogus. And we have, if you want to see it, go to YouTube, look for "Shut the Fact Up, Fauci," and you'll see that, in fact, it was Fauci's idea. And Fauci said so with Trump standing right there. It's a complete revision of history. I'm going to play him. Actually, producer Jojo, could you come in, please, if you're listening? Russia, if you're listening.
just 4 months later, he said I was right and I saved a lot of lives, but.
No, he said it was his idea.
It's crazy if he's talking that way about mandates. The mandates are really very, very harmful for our country. And you see what's happening with all of the things having to do with business. People are...
What kind of things?
You're mandated and they're not able...
Yeah, can you come in, please? I need to give you my phone, and it needs to reconnect to the Bluetooth that's in the turkey. I have a thermometer thing in the turkey, and it then communicates with my phone by Bluetooth, and it's disconnected. So I need her to take the phone over by the oven and see if it connects again. Sorry, folks. Here she is. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to be the blue winter lady? Look at the camera. They can hear you.
Hi. I don't like to be on camera.
Okay. You look great. Are you feeling blue? You look blue. You can talk to your brother. Tell your brother. Say hi.
Hi, Lindsay.
Tell him to get better.
Wait, Linz. I hope you feel better. I feel like I look really weird. Feel better. Miss you, Linz.
You look very blue. You need to get some more iron.
Okay, by the way, I can't hear you now. I hear the
I'll turn myself up.
Yeah,
everybody can hear everybody.
Okay, sorry.
At random says hi, Jojo. So go out. See where it says no connection?
Yeah.
I need that to say connection. So go hold it by the thing that's on the stove.
Okay.
Thank you. And if it doesn't work, let me know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Feel better, Lindsay? Okay.
God, I thought you would never leave. Let me pump me up a little bit here. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you guys can hear Jojo. She does have a very soft voice, in that I never hear her when she's giving me instructions I want to ignore.
To go work, and even if they want to, the mandates are a disaster, and they've proven to be to do with business. People are mandated and they're not able to go work, and even if they want to, the mandates are a disaster.
Oh, okay, if they don't want to get the vaccine. If they don't want to get the Trump vaccine, they can't work. There are other jobs. There are many, there are 10.8 million jobs out there, or whatever it is this month, that people can work. And I don't know, 3 million of those you don't need a vaccine for? 8 million? In fact, you don't need, hey, you can work for any private employer in this country without having a vaccine. You just need to get tested once a week.
Sure, and they've proven to be a disaster.
JoJo looks like she's doing Frozen cosplay. Yeah. It's not doing it? Okay, you talk to the people. Here. Okay. Sit down, talk to the people. Read the chats. You can read them there as well.
Oh, cool. Okay. Hi, everybody. I got new glasses. What do you think? Hi, at Random. Hi, Ann. Hi, Marcy. Somebody say something, because New Year's resolution from Ann. Live in the moment and worry less about the future or regrets of the past. That's good. Thanks, at Random. I don't know what Frozen cosplay is. Unless you're Fox News, then you get tested every day, says Libby. All right. Hey, Libby. See you. Bye. I can't figure that out.
See how easy that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, she's got her own web show now, so she'll be starting that up tomorrow probably. So be watching for that. Let me put that back on. She is much prettier than me. Everyone is much prettier than me, trust me. Here we go. Back to Trump.
Obvious that was going to happen. And there are other problems with it. If people have really...
By the way, there hasn't been a single business out there that's seen massive losses. Because, you know what? The cops in Washington, you're going to lose a third of them. The Washington State Patrol, you're going to lose a third of them because they don't want to get vaccinated. Turned out to be like 50 officers and 20 staff members out of the whole state. The compliance with the vaccines is somewhere between 90 and 99% when you have a mandate. It works.
Religious problems. They have medical problems with it. You know,
problems.
They have a lot of different difficulties, but the mandates...
Right, but there are religious exemptions and there are medical exemptions. So, problem solved. And if you want, just go get a test. There are some federal departments that you actually have to get vaccinated or get the exemption granted.
Bad, and I say it strongly. I'm very proud of the vaccines. We got it done, as you know, Brian. We got it done very rapidly.
In record time.
In less than 9 months. It was supposed to take 5 to 12 years, and they
5 to 12. Sometimes it's 5 to 9. Now it's 5 to 12.
Wouldn't come up. Most likely wouldn't have come up with the right answer. And we have 3 of them, great ones and great therapeutics. We got a lot of it done, but the mandates are horrible.
Okay, well, the great therapeutics he's talking about, the monoclonal antibodies, they don't work. There's one brand that works out of all the therapeutics, the monoclonal antibodies, or colonial, as it's sometimes said. So that, and then unfortunately, and we had high hopes for this, but unfortunately, the plasma does not work at all.
Yeah, and we were there with you at the White House for Operation Warp Speed. Like you said, you rolled those vaccines out in record time. So,
well, we saved millions of lives worldwide. Don't forget, in 1917,
1918,
100 million people, as many.
He's still on that. He's about to say 1917 Spanish flu. It's 1918.
He has maybe 50 to 100, but 100 million.
It's one thing for him to get it wrong. We all get years wrong from time to time. I just said September 1969. It was right. It's another thing to know that is in his entire sphere of influence, nobody has ever corrected him. And if they have, they're gone.
People probably...
Yes, plasma.
Died from the horrible Spanish flu. I think we would have been in a very similar position, 50 to 100.
Nope. That's not accurate because there are areas. Well, I mean, we've yet to see the real virus. We're waiting on the Zeta variant or something that's going to be... These are just the rehearsal viruses, which is why we have to get rid of it before it gets to that point.
If we didn't have the vaccines, all over the world, and in the United States, millions and millions more people would have died.
No, that doesn't make any sense mathematically. We're looking at about a 40% rate of people that haven't been vaccinated. So we had 400,000 deaths this last year, roughly. These are just ballparks to make the math easy. 400,000, that's 40%. If the other 60% wasn't vaccinated, you'd be looking at about another, 600,000. That makes it easy math. Theoretically, if everyone who got the vaccine would have died otherwise, and so you're looking at a total of about 1 million people, not millions and millions. He hasn't saved millions and millions yet. Plus, he hasn't really done it. But Operation Warp Speed was a good thing. And Joe Biden has acknowledged that on multiple occasions. He acknowledged it within a minute of getting the vaccine. Let's see if he blames Joe for not giving him enough credit. I want to hear if he actually tells people to get the vaccine again, because he got booed when he was on stage with Bill O'Reilly in Texas saying that.
It would have been a disaster. So we're very proud.
Well, it is a disaster. It has been a disaster. Your response by downplaying the virus and screwing up the testing to begin with has been a disaster, sir.
The vaccines, but the mandates should not be. They're trying to enforce these mandates, and it's so bad for people and for our country, and
because
so bad for business.
Yeah. Okay, let's shift our attention, if we could, real quickly to the...
Well, the businesses don't lose employees to death. That's better. Plus, honestly, you get to weed out the stupid people. Now, again, if you have a medical condition that keeps you from getting vaccinated, like my good friend Lori, she can get vaccinated till kingdom come. We got another friend, JoJo's friend, has a condition that she's been multiply vaccinated 4 or 5 times, I think, and they just gave up because her body doesn't produce the antibodies. There are many people like that. They don't have to get vaccinated under the rules. By the way, the religious exemption, it's stupid. I know. Go ahead and worship whatever you want. There's not a single religion on the planet that is like, oh yeah, you shouldn't. Well, there is the medical thing with the Christian Scientists or whatever it is. But other than that, and even then, don't employ those people. Just take a look, like read the first chapter of whatever Bible they happen to have, and then say, I can't.
Economy and the disaster that we are under right now. We have high gas prices, food costs are up. I mean, the Biden administration could have just put...
Gas prices are up around the world. They're falling now, by the way. They're falling in the United States. Food prices up around the world. This is how it works coming out of COVID.
You on cruise control.
Lindsay says the camera loves you. Oh, I love you, Lindsay. We all do. Libby says, my brother owns a company that employs more than 100 people. A few didn't want to get vaccinated. Continued. Go on. This is why Jerry Lewis fell in love with you. No, Jerry Lewis didn't fall in love with me. Jerry Lewis watched a show that I did one time, a Christmas show. Actually, I can't tell if he was in love with me or not. Let's see. They offered him a $1,000 bonus to get vaccinated. And what happened? They accepted the grant and the vaccine. Hell yeah! But freedom! What's your freedom worth? $1,000. I'm kind of upset that I get vaccinated ASAP. Like, I go out on a daily basis and get vaccinated. I don't, by the way, YouTube. I'm not saying get vaccinated on a daily basis. But suddenly I was vaccinated, and it's like California was, hey, here's a $100 gift card for groceries. Come and get vaccinated. That's not fair. I want my $100 worth of groceries. It would be peanut butter, all peanut butter.
The economy that you said.
Joanna says, me! I don't know what that's in reference to, but that's pretty much like every 4 or 5 minutes, Joanna just says that. Sometimes she says her name. She'll say like, JoJo!
Up, and we would be just fine. How do we turn this?
Oh, Jerry Lewis fell in love with JoJo. Okay, that makes no sense.
Economy around, because right now what I'm
back when you were a young lady,
seeing President Trump is the middle and lower class right now are getting killed.
The middle class is doing fantastically. Thank you. The lower class, guess what we did with child poverty? We chopped it in half. Guess what the lower and middle class are all getting if they've got kids? $300, $600, $1,000 a month. More if they've got more kids. At least $300 per child. More if they're younger. $300 a month per child. That's what the middle class and the lower class are getting right now. So getting hammered with checks? Is that?
Yeah, they are getting killed by inflation.
No.
And I'll tell you
they're not. I'm not trying to downplay inflation. Inflation is bad for everybody. But wages are up. Jobs are out there in record numbers. Employment is down. Jobless rates are down. And people with kids, families, they always talk about families. Families are getting money. Free money. Which also drives inflation. If they want to make an argument, that should be it. But they never want to talk about the child tax credit. They never want to talk about it. Why? Because people, if they know what it is, they love it.
The country is being absolutely just decimated by what's happening at the border. And in terms of an...
Yeah, yesterday migrants came across the border and they burned down the second bedroom. It was decimated.
Embarrassment or withdrawal, the way they withdrew, and I was all for it. I'm the one that got us
He's talking about Afghanistan.
down to 25.
Ann says, my company had us show proof of vaccination, gave us a AA paid a day off, paid day off, plus $500. Nice. Should have gotten hired by your company for a day.
500 soldiers. The withdrawal from Afghanistan was, I think, embarrassment or withdrawal, the way they withdrew, and I was all for it. I'm the one that got us down to 2,500 soldiers. The withdrawal from...
Right, so he was all for withdrawal. He got it down to 2,500 soldiers, and he took the 5,000 prisoners that we had of the Taliban and sent them home. Go ahead, you're free. Go take it down the country. didn't negotiate with the Afghan government. Said, here you go, Taliban. Here's a bunch of soldiers. Please feel free to ride our tanks around Kabul.
Afghanistan was, I think, the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. It was so
Well, I don't know. There was that time when you were giving a speech at the UN and everybody laughed at you.
horrible. And China and Iran and Russia and North Korea and all of them, they're all watching that, and they feel much different than they did prior to that. They are laughing. The world is laughing at our country.
Like the way they laughed at you at the UN. Like the way that the leaders of the G7 all laughed at you when you were...
But all they had to do is go in and go on vacation. The southern border was stronger than
Did they have to, if Joe Biden went to the beach, would everything be solved?
it ever had been. It had never been so strong. And, drug trafficking was way, way down. It was down by 58% at the southern border because they couldn't get the drugs in. Now,
No, the drugs come in through the actual border crossings. That's where it comes in from.
drugs are up at
Some of it gets walked across, but the vast majority of it, it's so easy to get past the drug detection that El Chapo, they built tunnels, and the wall doesn't stop the tunnels. They talk about all the secret technology that was going to stop the tunnels. It doesn't.
level that nobody's seen them. I've heard as many as 6-7 times more than the highest level ever. Drugs are
You heard that, did you? You know it's not true.
pouring in. Human trafficking is going rampant. We had a lot of it.
I don't know.
Way, way down to levels that we've never seen before.
That's completely untrue.
And all they had to do is go on vacation, let them finish the wall. It would have taken 3 to 4 weeks. It was ready to be finished and closed up. And it took 2.5 years to start it because we had to win 11 different lawsuits. So it's sad, but just go to the beach.
Well, I had to get the money for it, so we stole the money from the military families. But yeah, just all they had to do was go to the beach. I don't know why he's always sending Biden to the beach. Biden doesn't seem like a beach guy to me. He's always out there riding bicycles, hiking, playing with his dog. Wait, he was playing with his new dog. What's his name? Chief? No. Commander. He's playing with his dog yesterday on the beach. Was it the beach? I saw a video of Biden playing with his dog, and I was like, remember when Trump was playing with that dog? Oh, that's right. The dog barked at him.
And if they went to the beach and relaxed, we would have a far different country right now.
Yes, sir. And I was down at the
Wait, can you imagine if Biden just went to the beach and relaxed? How the right-wing media would be going ape shit about Biden being at the beach?
border here in Texas with Attorney General Ken Paxton as he toured sections of it. And I was out in Arizona with gubernatorial candidate Carrie Lake, who you endorse.
Right.
And she said on day one.
They're both doing great, by the way. They're both great.
Yes, sir.
Ken has been incredible as the Attorney General. And Carrie Lake, I think she's going to win big. She's fantastic. She has done. I endorse both of them, by the way. I should.
Lindsay fell in love with JoJo, and I think that's very sweet. They're brother and sister, by the way. Don't ask any questions beyond that.
To tell you, but
Yes, sir.
I endorse them for a reason. She's doing.
Yep, it was the beach with Commander and Jill. And no, she's a dog person. By the way, if you haven't seen The Year in Dogs by We Rate Dogs, should we watch that? I don't know, because it's on YouTube. I don't think we can actually watch the whole thing, but I love it. It is the greatest compilation. It's about a 2-minute compilation of just dogs. And oh my God, I was crying this morning or last night or whenever I watched it. I was crying. Just so much love coming out for all those doggers. Good guys. Did you know that I have 2 of the top 10 best dogs in the world as rental dogs here at the Cooper Hall Studios?
And great in Arizona. She's gonna. I think she's gonna win big. She's got a.
It's 5 minutes long? Was it 5? Oh, no wonder. It just overwhelmed me. At about the 3-minute mark, I just couldn't take it anymore. It was too much love. Hold on. I got to make the turkey thing happen again. Still connected? Still connected. We're good. It's okay. It's all right, folks. We can move on. Okay, here we go.
Great way. She loves the people, loves the state, and she wants, border protection.
Yep.
And drug protection.
Yeah. Yeah. Law and order.
Let's find it. For those of you watching, or for those of you watching it delayed, let's find it together so that you know where it be. Let's find it on YouTube because it's going to be much better quality. Here we go. We Rate Dogs. Dogs of 2021. It's already trending. let's see, 11 hours ago, and it's fantastic. Here's one. No, The Dogs of 2020. I didn't even know this existed. There's one last year as well. Oh, yeah, I did. I remember watching it last year. I remember crying as well. So there's music to it as well, but it's just dog after dog after dog after awesome dog. Bulldogs love to ride skateboards. I don't know why. Point of view, your balls were just chopped off. Look at that guy. I love it all. So we can't watch it because we'll get a copyright strike for it. But there you go. These are just samples of all the good boys and girls out there. And, oh, look at this, though. This part right here. This guy. Then watch this. This looks just like Cooper. I love this. Just watch this part. I'm going to turn the volume down. But just watch these guys right here. Let me go back just a little bit right here. I think we can watch just a couple of seconds of it. There's that guy. He's a good boy. And then look at this. All the good boys in slow motion. Oh, nothing but goodness. Isle of Dogs. So yeah, just We Rate Dogs, all one word. Dogs of 2021. You'll find it there on the YouTube. Check it out. It is absolutely gorgeous. Here we go.
What a crazy notion, right?
She wants Law and Order. What a terrible thing, isn't it? It's like, you say Law and Order, and they say, oh, that's not politically correct. But that'll change as these killings keep going on. You look at New York and Chicago and different places, what's happening. It'll all change.
Let's turn.
Yeah, the murder skyrated. Never mind.
Turn our attention over to Truth Social. I was with you in Bedminster and that beautiful golf course you have in New Jersey when you launched your big tech lawsuit against Google and YouTube and other social media platforms. But now,
yeah, nothing has happened with that. He filed it in Florida. It has to be done. The companies, if you want to sue the companies, when you do your end user license agreement, you agree to take them to arbitration in California. So the lawsuit is he's got no standing.
You've got your own platform rolling out. Can you give us a preview of what Truth Social looks like and the timeline when we can expect to see it?
Well, it's going to give people a voice, and all people. We want liberal, we want conservative, but it's going to give conservatives a voice without being terminated.
This is a sneak peek into it. We're not. All we know is that it's going to give people a voice.
Thousands and thousands have been terminated off of a very boring Twitter. Twitter's so boring now. People are just terminating themselves. They're just
killing themselves because they're bored with Twitter. Well, that's actually true. Judges agree.
Off it. But thousands and thousands of people were terminated, and now others are getting off, and the liberals are on there. They have nothing to talk about,
because Ted Cruz is on there, too, so we're okay. Jim Jordan, the GOP, they're still there, sir, and they're all there without you.
No, they don't have Trump to fight. They don't have anybody to fight, and we're giving conservatives a voice. At the same time, let it be known we want everybody on there because that's the only way it's going to be exciting, and the way you're going to get the word out is through debate, et cetera, et cetera. And
if you want to have debates, have me on there, sir.
That's what we had, but then they terminated.
We've noticed a couple of times I've commented. He sounds drunk, and again, this may be from his previous stroke.
And they have total killers on. It's interesting with Facebook and Twitter and all of them. They have heads of countries that I know, all of them. They have killers. They have some of these people you don't want, and
like the leader of North Korea and the leader of Russia and the leader of China, all of whom you claim are some of your best friends. You got wonderful relationships with. But let me ask you this, sir. These countries with the leaders, the killers, do you think we're so innocent? That's what Trump said in an interview when asked about the leaders of the other countries who are killers. You think we're so innocent because he cannot say anything negative about Putin?
They're on Twitter, but
Rich? Wait, which Rich is here? Hold on, I got to check out the YouTube. Is Producer Richard? Hey, Producer Rich, we haven't seen you in forever. I haven't broadcast in forever. So, Producer Rich, hey, check this out. Check this out, Rich. It's being censored. My camera's censoring it. I have a broken foot. So I've missed a couple of months. Good to have you back, Rich. Welcome aboard. Everyone's been talking about you pretty much nonstop. We broadcast and we say Spilling Covfefe in the morning and also Where's Rich?
President of the United States who got 75 million votes is not on Twitter. It's sort of
74.
Interesting.
But the other guy got 80 something. So
it's the largest number of votes ever gotten by a sitting president.
Rich Mac.
Yeah, Rich Mac.
Mac.
JoJo's here, Rich Mac. She
Mac?
burst into the room. I'm sorry, folks.
Oh my!
She gets overexcited about a lot of things. There, you can have the floor.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
All right, thank you.
Big news!
Wow. I haven't seen anyone ever get this reaction. Okay, Rich Mac is in the house, folks.
And that person's not on Twitter for
What?
no reason whatsoever, but it's fun. And Facebook, by the way. Mm-hmm. And people ought to drop off them. They ought to drop off. You'll show them something if you do. It's disgraceful. So
Really, if I drop off Twitter, I'll show them. By the way, I'm semi-suspended on Twitter right now. So there you go. Because Twitter doesn't understand how commas work. And when you appeal an appeal, apparently they just don't look. But yeah, I've got my own issues with Twitter and Facebook. But yeah, and YouTube. I'm still demonetized on YouTube. Folks, if you want to support broadcasting like this, these react videos where I do political analysis, then please feel free to become a patron at KevinlyFather.com. You can send me money over Cash App. You can send me PayPal. You can send me Venmo. And as it says right there, if you're a veteran and you're struggling with anything, it doesn't have to be PTSD. A veteran who's struggling, call the Veterans Helpline. There is help available out there.
So it's going to be a way of hearing what you have to say, Brian, what other people have to say, and I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be really great.
I think it's going to take off. All right. If you could,
Take off, eh?
Mr. President, paint me a picture. November 2022.
No, you're thinking of George Bush.
How
Right.
do these primaries look in your opinion, and how
Squirrel? Hold on, there's a squirrel somewhere.
apart are you going to be of the
That was JoJo's equivalent of squirrel. She bursts open, she runs through the studio door, past the judges. By the way, guys, if you see her running like that, stop her.
of all these really important races that we're going to see?
Well, I'm going to be a big part, and
By the way, the turkey temperature right now, for those of you watching, the turkey temperature is 136 degrees Fahrenheit. Do you guys know what you have to cook turkey to? This is a trick question. What do you cook the poultry to? I'll let you in on a little life hack.
and the Democrats are doing so badly now, and they're so vicious with all of their, AGs all over the country and district
Attorneys General.
attorneys, all of these people, and not only in Washington, and they fight such a vicious, disgusting battle. I don't think the people are going to take it.
Marcy's correct. 160 is what you cook your turkey or your chicken to. Then you take it out of the oven, and it will continue cooking till it reaches 165. If you let it reach 165 in the oven, it will cook above 165, and a lot of the juices just evaporate into the air. You want juicy, moist turkey? A couple of different methods to it. Number one, cook it in a microwave. I'm gonna do that, and I'm not gonna do it in one of JoJo's bowls, because God forbid.
Anymore, what they do to people, and then you see what.
Yes, at random is also correct. 165 ultimately, it has to be to 165 to eat, but you cook it to a little bit less because it keeps cooking.
What's happening with their people with
Also, don't wash your chicken or turkey.
such crimes and criminality, and nothing happens.
Boomer knowledge.
It's a disgrace. So I really think you're going to have people are just tired of it. I think you're going to have a tremendous Republican victory in 22.
Oh,
And
JoJo, if you're watching, I need you again.
I think you're going to have a tremendous Republican victory for that beautiful White House. It happens to be a White House called the White House.
Oh, now I get it. White House. Hey, I don't know if you heard this. The White House is called the White House because it's white and it happens to be a house. Did you not?
Yeah, you know what? This guy, I feel like he sort of looks like a blonde you in a way. but
This
with a
guy,
bigger
does he look like me?
forehead.
He's got clear glasses.
Yeah.
Go get your glasses. Here.
Don't break them.
Do
Don't
I?
break them. They're brand new.
Okay,
And they're
imagine
not
my hair
fakers.
white.
They're real. They're real. He sort of looks like that guy.
Does he? Does he, JoJo?
Kind of. I feel
Does
like
he really?
does. Look at him with the face. Looks
Yeah, he
like
does have a face. Oh my God, we both have faces. We both have white faces.
what do you
That's why we're called Whiteface.
Come on, it's like you.
I don't, guys, does he look like? I can put it in a poll. Watch, I learned how to do this morning. Ready?
What do you
I
need?
have no idea how to get the results of the poll.
What do you need from me?
Hold on. First, this is more important.
No,
I think.
it's a turkey related. No, he does not.
Does RSBN guy look like me? Yes or no? Let me add an option. Ask my community. There we go.
It's not all pinchy.
I've asked the community, so I don't know.
His face. He looks like you.
It's not all pinchy?
What's pinchy? I don't think it's all pinchy. Anyway, what do you need?
Oh, this is what I need. Go check. So the turkey, on one side, the neck is in there.
Yeah.
It should be done. Just take some tongs. Do not touch anything. In fact, wear the gloves or whatever.
Yeah.
Take some tongs, pull it out, and put it on a bowl, and then close the oven again. Can you do that?
Take what out with the tongs?
The neck. The neck is on the side. Do you want me to do it? Here, entertain the people.
Yeah.
I will go take care of it.
I don't do turkey. I don't do like
If you
the
want
whole...
a job done...
Do it yourself. I do baking. I bake. I don't cook. So that's why we're a good team. Anyway, I can't hear anybody. I can only see what you're writing. So, Rich Mac, tell us what you suffered with Omicron. Because my brother's in here and he has a very, very painful sore throat. Like super, super most painful of his life. So, Rich, we were wondering how Omicron hit you. Hopefully not so badly. Okay, the Jerry Lewis story. My brother is asking. I'll just tell you, it's a very quick story.
I have to interrupt.
Yeah.
Do we have tongs?
Yeah, they're in one of the drawers of stuff. You know the.
Do you know which one?
It's like the It's one of. Yeah, I would guess the ones on the left side.
Okay, thank you.
They're pink ones.
Fascinating entertainment.
I'd go look for the tongs, but I don't cook. So, Jerry Lewis, when I was a little tot, I would say a toddler, 3, I don't know. He only had sons. Jerry Lewis had many sons, like 15 or something. And so my dad was writing a movie, Lindsay, my brother's in the chat room. There you go. I said they were pink. He was writing a movie for Jerry Lewis. I don't know if it was, it's not a movie any of you would have ever heard of. But anyway, he was on the set and he brought me, or my mom brought me to the set or something. And I was a little girl in little pigtails. And Jerry Lewis produced his weekly variety show. There we go. That's what he was doing. And Jerry Lewis stopped all the production and he had them take pictures, like reams of pictures of me as a little girl. And then he sent some of these shots to my dad in an envelope, or gave him some. And he said, I want them back. And so my dad was like, you're not giving me pictures of my own daughter? And he was like, so my dad did keep some of them, and which I think I still have somewhere. But anyway, that was the story. And my brother, I'm just going to keep telling Jerry Lewis stories until they come back. My brother once came and was actually on his weekly variety show. He's a little bit older than I am, so he was actually like ambulatory, whatever. He was like a walking, talking child. And he was on with a bunch of kids, and Jerry Lewis was asking, like, what does your daddy do? And what does your daddy do? And Lindsay was being a smartass, true to form to this day. And he said something like, he works across from the men's room. And, he got like all the laughs, and Jerry Lewis doesn't like anybody else getting laughs. And he was like, well, what does he do? And he said something like, he wouldn't. If Lindsay were here, if he could talk, if he didn't have such a bad, he kept the contact sheet, not the photos. Oh, that's right, for the pictures. But Lindsay could actually, if he could talk, if his throat wasn't so sore, he could talk and tell you the story much better than I am. But anyway, he got my dad in a lot of trouble. My dad nearly got fired off the show for having like his son in the mix and being a smart aleck and not like saying what he did. And getting through. So yeah, my dad got in a lot of trouble for that. And then my brother got to be in the Monkees and ride in the Monkey Mobile. So and be in an episode of that, like where, if any of you are big Monkees fans, where they have a bunch of little kids dancing, and it was Captain Crocodile was like training an army of children, and so he was dancing, and my mom dressed him in like a sweater and a tie, and like all the other kids are in normal kid clothes, and my brother's in like a jacket and a tie, and he's dancing under the hot lights, and he's like, anyway, so good times. But Jerry live in Gates's district? Jerry Lewis lived in L.A. So Matt Gaetz is Florida, right? So Jerry Lewis was like a Hollywood dude. So I think he lived in like Bel Air or something. I know he had many shoes because he didn't like to wear the same shoe twice. Oh, in Vegas. Oh, thanks, Linz. I didn't know. Boy, I'm really getting to talk a lot today. Let's see if anybody... I think the neck is in the pan, not the turkey, says Anne. Okay, well, hopefully he can hear you in the kitchen. Moved from Bel Air to Vegas. Died in Vegas. There we go. Hello from sunny Pasadena, says Kevin Williams. Oh, he's on my computer in the kitchen. What's going on, guys? Am I totally tanking your show? Everybody's gonna be peeling off in droves. Like, why are we listening to this conversation between JoJo and her brother? But I just feel so badly that I can't see my brother because he's so sick. Hey, babe, how are you? How are you feeling? God, this is awesome. Everybody's here. Rick Mack is in the house. It is the JoJo show. This is true. Rich Mack, not to be confused with Rick Mack, who's a totally different guy. Wait, there's a blue-haired lady with Trump in the background. Yeah, Rich Mack, that is the big news. I got my brother here, Lindsay, and we've got Rich Mack. And if we had girl Lindsay, it would be awesome. Marcy, can you get on that? Can you get girl Lindsay to come and be in? Marcy, I'm going to do what did I used to tell Kevin to do? When you're doing an ask, go right up to the camera. And what did I used to tell you? Take your glasses off and go right up. What did I say?
I don't know.
Yeah. So so Marcy, get girl Lindsay in here, and then we can have. It is epic. It's totally epic. We should work on a song together. Yeah, we need to have Lindsay, girl Lindsay, meet boy Lindsay, and the thermometer. Chris is going to regret missing. I know. Where's Chris Wilson? My God. So yeah, you ready to come back?
Sure. I mean, you're doing fine. Again, if somebody was just tuning into the broadcast right now, they would be, what is happening in this chat room? What are these people doing? Did we ever finish the Billy Joel parody? Yes. I actually recorded it. I just never edited the video. I had video editing problems with that, but I did record the audio for it. And I could still put it out. I don't even know what you call it now. We didn't stop the virus. It could be about both Trump and Biden. I don't know. Babe, good to see you. Let's see. Let's go back to the Trump thing. Oh, I need headphones. The turkey net is out. The turkey neck is out, folks. Just so anybody was concerned. The turkey itself sits at 145 degrees, and the skin is not burnt. So we are good shape with the turkey.
You're going to have a great victory in 24, too. I really think we have a chance of taking back not only the House, but the Senate in 22. Big chance.
Do you plan on hitting the road with some of these candidates, throwing these famous...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm very...
He seems really, really enthused about it. Yeah. Don't love me.
The House, but the Senate in 22. Big chance.
Do you plan on hitting the road with some of these candidates, throwing these famous...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've done very well with endorsements. The endorsements mean a lot, it seems. And
are we having a dinner party? No. We're not having a dinner party. It's just the two of us all COVIDed up. The proprietors of the house are gone. They're off in the desert somewhere. We're cooking a turkey just to cook it because we had it. I bought it before Thanksgiving because it was $8 for a 15-pound turkey, and turkey meat's really healthy in terms of meat. And so we'll cook it and we'll tear it apart, and then we'll use it in everything. You tear it apart, you keep a little bit of it, we'll freeze a ton of it, and it's cheap meat. It's 50 cents a pound for good, healthy meat. Turkey's really healthy, and if you do it properly and you keep the moisture in there, turkey can be delicious.
I think we're 152, we're 158, I think now, and 2.
They're not.
We've won 158 and 2 losses, which tells you that people are waiting. And, people go up
that people are waiting.
By 50%, 60%, 30%. Massive number.
Oh, JoJo made cranberry sauce for the JoJo fans in the room. Let's take a look at the poll here. I can't see the poll. So how can I see the poll? Give me a second. Let's see if this works. I might get an echo here, folks. No, I have it turned out. Does the RSBN guy look like me? So far, no is winning with 43%. I should do the poll again without the JoJo stoned, because that's really skewing. I'm going to do the poll again. Hold on. Let me end this poll. And we're going to make a new poll. It's not letting me do it. Here we go. Oh, I can do it on the studio. There we go. I'm in the wrong page. Does Kevin look like RSBN guy? I'm just going to make it a simple yes and no so we get a final answer on this. There you go. You're my community. This is the RSBN guy on the screen right here. The guy with the clear glasses. Well, clear rimmed glasses. I mean, everyone's glasses are clear glasses, right? Yeah, 15-pound turkey for $8. $8. I had to correct her on that earlier today too.
So it's very important. But no, I'll be helping a lot of the very good people get elected, both in the House and in the Senate.
Yeah, we can't.
Lindsay's here, everybody. Oh, the judges are excited for Lindsay. Rich Mack is here. Lindsay's here. Sean in the house. Babe just checked in. Everybody's here tonight. Oh, and also we're doing a thing with the president guy, the old guy, the former guy. What's his name? Dump? President Dump? If I'm remembering correctly. So, boy Lindsay, meet girl Lindsay. We have two Lindsays in the chat room right now, and this is the important part. Boy Lindsay has COVID right now, and an amazingly sore throat. Amazingly sore throat. I don't know why my brain just couldn't connect that. So, Nurse Lindsay, if you have any advice for boy Lindsay, let him know. Oh, Lawrence Lazaz says, my dreams are online.
Wait for that, because you are a big part of our network.
Incredibly painful sore throat.
Showing all of these rallies. And Mr. President, I don't think we've missed a single rally since 2016 or any type of press conference.
Brag much?
That the media was.
Yes, boy Lindsay is JoJo's brother.
Invited to cover, so we're a big part of that, and we can't wait to get.
Well, I just want to tell you,
I think you guys were you guys were on a broadcast together many months ago.
You guys have been unbelievable. The whole thing with.
What was it? Did he snort? Oh.
Wait for that, because you are a big part of our network showing all of these rallies.
Sorry.
And Mr. President, I don't think we've missed a single rally since 2016 or any type of press conference that the media was invited to cover. So we're a big part of that, and we can't wait to get.
Well, I just want to tell you, you guys have been unbelievable. The whole thing with Right Side.
He snorted.
That has been an incredible.
Could be a phone line thing. It sounds like a snort in my ears.
Relationship. By the way, it's been very good for you also, because you're getting higher ratings than these, mainstream media people that.
Yeah, RSBN doesn't get ratings. It's on the internet.
You've been hearing about for so many years. Right Side has been so great, and we're very thankful for it. Hence, I do an interview with you, and I won't do them with others. It's like incredible.
They ask me questions that I don't want to answer. So you guys are just nothing but softballs, so I'll do an interview with you. Anybody in the right-wing media, I'll do the interview with them. That's fine.
But the job you've done, and it's been mutual, in all fairness, because I see you're getting tremendous numbers, but it's really an honor to do.
You can't see they're getting tremendous numbers, because, I don't know, YouTube views, I suppose? And I want to scoff at that, because I would like YouTube views, but yeah. They are not, as far as I know, RSBN is not on an actual broadcast channel anywhere, but they're fun. They do a lot of work, and in terms of being tremendously successful, sadly they lost the last election. Not just the presidency, but also the House and the Senate. They're all behind all the Republican candidates, and they lost all three. So in terms of success, mild.
Do business with you guys. Well, really good.
Well, we certainly appreciate it. We were blessed. My final question, and it's the most asked question I personally.
I don't think the cough drop things are going to work, because it hurts him to swallow.
Get, Mr. President, and the most asked question on our network is, will we see a Trump ticket in 2024? I'm not expecting.
I think if Trump is going to run, and I've always said he won't, because he would have registered already with his Form 2, which takes a one page to fill out and say, I'm running for president. And he could be stalling on that because he wants all the donations. Right now, his PAC allows him to just use the donations for whatever the hell he wants. And, it's for legal fees. No, it's not. The GOP is paying his legal fees for some reason. He probably has the dirt on everyone in the GOP.
The straight up yes answer, but I want to hear what you have to say about that.
Oh yeah, so him and Kristi Noem. I think that's what they're prepping.
Well, look, our country is going to hell.
It isn't.
We've never been lower, I think, in terms of esteem and what other countries and their leaders think about us.
That is, I don't even know how to judge that, but no.
Never been at a point like this. They laugh at us. They can't believe what's happening to our country. We never talk about greatness. We talk about constantly the environment. We had one of the cleanest years ever on air and water.
We never talk about greatness. We talk about the environment. Well, we often say we'd like the environment to be great. He's about to probably brag about how clean everything was under him. It was not. We're not getting better. We should be, but we're not. We had a very brief period where nobody was driving with that spike in unemployment. When everybody was staying home at the beginning of COVID, we were using less CO2. By the end of the year, it had all caught up. I mean, look at the record prices of gasoline. It's not record prices. Trick question. But as gasoline consumption goes up, so goes the price, and so goes the CO2 emissions.
My final year was absolutely beautiful. It was sterling. But
the environment was sterling.
They don't talk about greatness anymore. They talk about anything but our country.
I don't know what that means.
Country has to come back. I think you're going to be very happy. I won't make a comment now because of campaign finance rules and regulations, but I'm not allowed to, or everything changes. You have to go to a whole different status.
Lindsay's going to Michigan. Michigan needs you right now, Lindsay. Michigan needed you like a month before. Michigan is having record cases. Turkey temperature is 151 for those of you keeping score at home. Reminder, no wagering.
It's ridiculous, but that's the way it is. But I think you're going to be very happy. I think right side's...
Oh, I'd be happy. I'd be happy if he runs again, because he will lose again.
Going to be very...
Unless Kamala runs. Sorry. It's Kamala, by the way. It's not Kamala, but the Republicans call her Kamala.
Very happy, and I really appreciate right side. And I appreciate you, Brian.
I appreciate that, Mr.
His name is Brian. So the question is, does Brian look like me? Let's go to the poll. No, right now is leading with 58%, so it's close.
The president.
I mean, that's not Biden numbers, but that's pretty good.
And I want to just extend this offer to you. This network.
Zombies everywhere in Oregon. I hadn't heard that. So, yeah, country's going to hell.
Is your network, and we want to push all of our resources behind any of your messaging, your rallies, and we got to get you back in the...
Wow. That is the most non-pulsed wow in the history of wows. It's not really sarcastic. It's meant to be a real wow, but there's absolutely no energy behind it. You know the guy who's tireless and never stops working?
This network
Just listen to this
is
wow.
your network, and we want to push all of our resources behind any of your messaging, your rallies, and we got to get you back in the White House in 2024. And just know that.
Wow. Yeah. This is why I don't think he's running. I think he hated being president.
That we're all praying for you and your entire family, because we know.
I don't know. I can't know that. He didn't like the work of being a president. He liked being president. He liked the parades and the regalia and the flyovers. It was beautiful. But he hated the actual work and the fact that he wasn't appreciated.
The sacrifice that you have made for the American people.
Well, I have. The good news is their ratings of like CNN and MSDNC, which is just a terrible group of people. That whole NBC group and Comcast group, these are terrible people, terrible human.
Well, that's the thermometers letting me know it's coming up on the temperature here. So get ready, folks.
Beings. They're just disgusting. And I tell you what, they're...
The people at CNN and MSDNC, he calls it. And he'll tell you that he calls it that after he calls it that. Guys, did you know, in case you missed it, Lindsay, you weren't here. Trump explained to me, remember, he's America's teacher. Trump explained during this broadcast that the White House is called the White House because it's a house that's white. It's true. It's a true story.
Ratings are down the tubes. Nobody watches them anymore. It's incredible how their ratings have gone down. CNN is like a
CNN's ratings are way down. So are MSNBC. So is Fox News in general. The ratings are way down this year.
Joke, and the reason is they have no credibility anymore.
No, it's just that not many people are watching cable news. Like, Biden is boring. Oh, was he doing his job? Okay.
You know, they've been calling Russia, Russia, Russia.
There's no train wrecks anymore.
For years, they've been calling all of these hoaxes.
Hey, Eve, good to see you.
Mueller hoax, all of it. The impeachment hoaxes. They have no credibility. And NBC, and you take a look at the numbers. It's I call it MSDNC.
You do call it MSDNC.
Democratic National Committee. MSDNC and CNN, their numbers are down the tubes, and that's a good thing. But these are bad people over it.
Like, that's such an archaic expression, down the tubes. Like, they've made chains at Macy's from the 4th floor, and they're sending it down to the trade. Is that
Comcast?
Yeah, and there's no accountability on that either. They absolutely don't.
No, there's not.
Yeah,
I don't know what that jingle was. That was coming through over the air? Like somebody's phone or Trump's phone or something? Maybe Trump is cooking a turkey and it's almost ready?
No, there's not. But hopefully
there it goes again.
There will be.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you very much, Brian.
Thank you very much. And let us be the first to tell you Happy New Year, Mr. President. We love you.
Fantastic.
I'm sure they're not the first.
Fantastic.
Oh, wait. This could have been taped last week. I have no idea.
Thank you very much.
Brian, you too, and have a good time, and I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow, what a great way to end the show. President Trump weighing in on some topics and also providing us with a little bit of hope going into 2020. We love you.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Same outfit, so he recorded this that same day.
Brian, you too, and have a good time, and I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's not my thermometer making that noise. It's coming in from the broadcast.
Thank you.
Wow, what a great way to end the show. President Trump weighing in on some topics and also providing us with a little bit of hope going into 2022. We want to encourage everybody to go to
What kind of hope? I thought we were done with hope. Did we not figure that out with the COVIDs?
our website, RSB Network.
Remember when we all got vaccinated and we're all, oh, by the way, RSBN Network, it's brought to you by My Pillow. This is all My Pillow. This is why My Pillow is struggling with bankruptcy now, because this is the kind of thing that they do. By the way, they don't pay a cent. Do you know how much? I bet you somebody in the audience knows how much My Pillow makes when someone uses the RSBN code and goes and buys a My Pillow. I bet you somebody in the audience knows how much RSBN gets in kickback from that. See, My Pillow doesn't actually pay them X amount per ad, as is standard fare in the real networks. But when someone uses the code off the RSBN website, I don't know what that is, mypillow.com, whatever, /whatever. When you use that code, the My Pillow people send you X amount of money for them using their code. You're doing their advertising for them. $2? No. It's a percentage. And if producer Lindsay's around, he actually knows this percentage. Oh, he's a producer. If COVID Lindsay is around, if Typhoid Lindsay is around, he actually knows that percentage. So just shout it out, Lindsay, if you know. That's it for the broadcast, folks. I'm 1 degree away from Kevin Bacon. It's actually true. But I am also 1 degree away from Kevin's bacon. And by that, I mean the bacon I put on the turkey that I didn't put on the turkey. I should have put some bacon on. Damn it. But you know what, though? Bacon, which is a staple in the American diet, is really... last time I checked, bacon was $800 a pound. Thanks a lot, Biden. Speaking of biting, I'm looking forward to biting into that turkey. That's enough. Lindsey Gardner used to actually produce the news for Channel 4 in New Orleans. This is true. The judges know that. I do have a broken foot. That's also true. Eve, sorry. I know you just got here, but I do have to go. It's 1 degree away from turkey time. And we've talked enough turkey tonight, quite frankly. And we've kind of watched a giant turkey do his thing. It's just, there's nothing new. There's nothing new in Trump world. It's all the same. And I appreciate you guys watching. More so, I appreciate you guys having a venue to see each other. You're welcome, Shelly. Goodbye, Eve. Goodbye, Rich. Goodbye, Liberty. Goodbye, Vave. Goodbye, again, Rich Mac. Marcy, Stephanie, at random. Everybody else who joined in today. I'm just reading off the names that I can see in the chat window. We'll give you like one more minute. And Sean, Liberty, Lindsay. Okay, hold on. We got to wait for Lindsay. Lindsay, the turkey's waiting for me. This is insulting to turkeys. Yeah. That's that's one of my grandfather's joking. Trump is walking down the road with a turkey under the arm. No, with a chicken under the arm. And someone says, "Hey, where are you going with that turkey?" And Trump says, I don't have a turkey. There's no turkey here. And the guy says, "No, you're supposed to say it's a chicken." And then I say I was talking to the chicken because you're the turkey. Why are you denying that you're not carrying a turkey? We know you're not carrying a turkey. Oh, there's no subpoenas. We're fighting all the subpoenas. In court. He's taking the subpoenas to the Supreme Court, folks. This will be interesting. I hope that... here's the problem. If the Supreme Court doesn't hear it, if they decide against hearing it, then the lower court stands and Biden wins and the January 6th committee wins. So that's good. LP says, never mind, so we can go on. Happy New Year, everybody. If the Supreme Court takes it on, it's just going to drag it out. If the Supreme Court doesn't take it on and it just stands, the lower court ruling stands, then the right wing is just going to say like, oh, they were cowardly. They refused. The courts wouldn't hear it because the courts hate Trump. You know, the majority of the court that Trump appointed, they hate Trump. Okay, kids, I got to go get some turkey. Be good to yourself, be good to others, and most importantly, be good to me. Happy New Year, everybody. Start drinking now. Lindsay, that includes you. Just don't drink. Just use the meds. Bye. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye from JoJo.